Yo, YouTube, what's up? Changing your life is not as hard as people are making it seem like. You know what I'm saying? People, a lot of times, they try to make it look like if your life is messed up, they try to make it look like your life can never get back up. You can never pull it off again. And if you are someone who have felt this feeling before, then this video is actually for you. But if you're someone who think like, oh, my life is actually good and I'm happy, then I'm happy for you too. But this video might not necessarily be for you. You know what I'm saying? But if you like my videos, please go subscribe because I will be dropping videos every single day. I'll talk about different topics and just try to discuss my ideas and try to help people with my thoughts about different subjects or and different topics. And if you find something that I'm saying, like if you can resonate with, and if you find it helpful, then yeah, like that's the goal for me. Now I'm saying, okay, so let's go back again to the original topic. So your life is actually not that hard if you're trying to change it. If it's in shambles, you know what I'm saying? It's not that hard. People try to make it look like nobody can come back when they messed up a little bit in their lives, when things didn't go your way. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you've been evicted from your apartment before, and you went homeless. Maybe you got fired from your job, and then your spouse left you, and all these things. Maybe it's a combination. It's a combination of all these things together. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes it is actually. So like, it is not that hard still. Like you're not done yet. You know what I'm saying? As long as you are alive, as long as you can breathe, as you can breathe air, then it's not done. Then it's not done yet. I've seen people, and by the way, I literally worked in a homeless shelter, and I've seen people. I worked in a homeless shelter for 2 years, and I've seen people like in their lowest moments, like in the lowest of the lowest. I saw how they think, and I saw, and there was always two type of people. There's always the ones that when they are down, they're like all they're thinking about is how to get up, and there is the other people who are when they're down, like they don't have any positive. They think they're done. They literally think they're done. Like I would have people, like they they would want to kill themselves because they think it's over. I've seen it. You know what I'm saying? And I've seen people who had worse situations, but all they were like thinking about is how to go up again, is how to like get back to their feet again. You know what I'm saying? So it's always been about perspective. That's what I learned the most. It's like it's how you're seeing things. It's the lenses through which you are perceiving the world around you, and also how you're perceiving yourself, which is more important than how people are perceiving you. Sometimes people can think you are capable of things, but if you don't see yourself that way, then it doesn't really matter what people think. Whatever you think about yourself is the most important thing, because that's what's going to dictate your actions. You can never outact your own thoughts. You're not gonna act something beyond your thoughts and beyond your beliefs. You know what I'm saying? And the most important beliefs is what you believe about yourself. You know what I'm saying? So the people who got back up are the people who thought they actually could, are those who were resilient to think they could get back up again. But those who, like I saw, like try to commit suicide, and some of them actually killed themselves, are those who thought like it's just done. It's over for me. Whenever you think it's over for you, it's gonna be over. If you think it's over, then it's over. You know what I'm saying? Then your reality is going to just shape it into ending. Like it's just gonna end for you. You know what I'm saying? And it's not even the final ending yet. It's just, it might be the final ending from here, but it's not. You're still gonna have to go up to God. You know what I'm saying? It's still a long journey. That's why like just giving up was never an option. Not like, at least not for me. You know what I'm saying? So, and I was always motivated by people who, when they fall down, they know how to get back up again. I like people who come back. You know, those who know how to come back. When they fall, they're like, okay, I bet. You know what I'm saying? They get up. You know, they 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 put their shoes on, and they're like, okay, let's go. Those are the people that I actually admire. You know what I'm saying? Even in movies, I don't like to watch a movie that is peaceful. I like a movie. I think everybody's like that. We don't want to watch a movie that's peaceful. Who wants to watch a peaceful movie? I want the hero to go through things. I want their son to get killed. Something bad has to happen, and I want to see how they're gonna come back from it, because I want to learn the method that they use to come back. Because when I see how they come back, I'm gonna apply that to my life. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I've done my whole life. I learned from people who fell down and got back up. And I'm like, okay, then life is actually, it's not about falling down, it's about how you get back up again. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's how I led. So the most important thing for you to even have a comeback in life, you have to change the way you think. The way you think have to change. Like, you have to change the way you think. That's the first thing, because thoughts are gonna determine your actions. Your thoughts are going to determine your actions, what you're going to do. So the first thing is to change the way you think, and and specifically, you have to start thinking in a positive light. You have to start think positively. You have to. It's not like you can think positive if you want. It's not like that. It's, you have to think positively. You have to be able to think positive, to think I can. It has to be I can. Because once you start thinking positively, and once you start saying to yourself, yes, I can, then now you are in a position to think about how, like, because when you say now I can, okay, the next step is how can I? Yes, I can. And then the next step is how can I? Then you are looking at how. How do I pull this off? What's the first thing that I can do to pull this off? What's the first step? You know what I'm saying? And from there, you can then, like, because I don't know what situation you're in, but if you don't have a positive thinking, and if you don't think like you can, you will never do anything. You're just gonna self-destruct until you convince yourself that you are not worthy even of coming back. But for me, it was always, it's not, I never, every time I fell down, I never cared about falling down. I was like, okay, how do I get out of here? How do I come back again? Because I'm coming back. Best believe it, I'm coming back. You know what I'm saying? I fell down. You best believe it that I'm gonna come back again. I am that guy. That's me. That's how I was all, like, that's how I was just raised to be. You know what I'm saying? There's no such thing as like I'm down. I get down, immediately I'm thinking, how can I get back up again and even be better? Because now I have an experience about something. Now I got the knowledge. Now I know why I fell. Now I know how to avoid it in the future. Because I've experienced the negative emotions that came with the failure. Now that I got those feelings, I understand how it feels like, and I'm able then to transform it into something positive that I can actually, that can lead me into better thinking. You know what I'm saying? Better ways of navigating through things. Because I got the experience. Even the negative experiences are actually positive, because they teach you what not to do. Now you know what not to do. Now you know, if you drink, you're going to wake up with a headache. You know what I'm saying? Now you know if you smoke too much, you're gonna mess up your lungs. You know what I'm saying? When you do something and then you get some bad results, negative results, now you have something that you can look at and be like, okay, this thing happened because of this, so I'm gonna avoid doing that. You have a reference now. So you should never feel ashamed of your negative situations. And in fact, you should be thankful that you had these negative situations, because now you're building experiences. It's just about experiences. That's how you should take it. You know what I'm saying? And life is not really like guaranteed. Anyways, it's not really guaranteed. So every experience you have to cherish, if it's positive or if it's negative, because it might actually end tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? So the first thing is to change the way you think, and you start thinking positively, and you start thinking of I can, and then you start thinking of how. Because once you believe it in your heart that you actually can, in your mind that you can, then now you are mentally stronger to do the other, you know what I'm saying, to take other actions. But you cannot take any action from a weak position, from a weak mental frame, from a negative mental frame. That's just not gonna like benefit you in the long run. You're gonna fall again, and then you might even kill yourself. And which this is what we are trying to avoid. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so the first thing you have to do is change the way you think, because this is when, and if you can't change the way you think, you have to put yourself in a position to meet people who you're trying to be like. You have to change your surroundings, change your friends. You know what I'm saying? You have to put yourself in a position to where you can meet other people who are where you want to be, because that's gonna affect how you're gonna think. When you are around people who where you want to be, your mentality is gonna change. It's just a mentality. You know what I'm saying? You have to change the way you do everything, and you have to change the way you think about everything. But once you start like changing the way you think, your life is just gonna like automatically attract other things, different people. If you When you start thinking about, okay, how do I want to improve my looks? How do I do? Okay, I need to like gain some weight and put on some muscles. Okay, now you're thinking of other things. Now you're thinking about, okay, what do I do to gain muscle? Now you're researching on the internet, like, okay, and then now you see like forums of like that are teaching you about like creatine, working out, and all that. And then now you find yourself in the gym. Now you find yourself training with someone. You guys are talking. Now you're gaining different informations from different people who are doing the same thing. Now your life is just shaped differently. Now you Instead of going to the club, you're actually going to the gym. You know what I'm saying? You see how the thought transformed into an action that then transformed your whole life. Now you're doing different things. That's how it works. It starts here, and then action, and then your life just changes. You know, it's very simple. That's why, like, for you to change your life, I think it's not gonna take more than 5 or 6 months. You know what I'm saying? 5 or 6 months of complete devotion and complete, like, sometimes you have to separate yourself. Separation and devotion and dedication. 5 months and hard work, boom, your life is gonna change. Ain't no way for your life not to change when you start thinking different and moving different. You know what I'm saying? Hanging out with different people. doing different things. Because if you keep doing the same things, you're gonna get the same results. It's just that simple. And yeah, thank you guys for being in, for listening to this video. And I'm gonna drop more videos every single day, and we're gonna talk about a lot of other different topics. And if you enjoyed the video, please hit like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you.